what the big deal about Cracker Jack is. Did you ever go and buy a pack of Cracker Jack thinking you're going to get a prize and find no prize in the box?
You got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me.
Freehan is beating his net at the plate. Crawford is over there watching. Good see, sir. You're in the wrong seat, buddy. Come on. Oh, I must be in the front row.
This is actually old news. This came out in January. I just forgot to talk about it. The Cubs. Cubs came out. This is their 150th season. Believe it or not. That's kind of amazing to think about. But they're celebrating that with not one, but two celebratory 150th season logos. Again, this is another segment of eyewash, shit that doesn't matter. The logos
you might want to use acid on this one.
the colors, the uniforms, the logos of baseball. I love talking about, and especially the descriptions that their team's marketing departments go through to tell us all about these fancy new logos. Not one, but two. I think you've got those over there. Do you want to go through the litany of descriptions?
Yeah, I do have all the information over here. It starts off explaining something I think most of us know, but is also very respectable. The Cubs have had the same logo since 1979. It's coming from a team that probably has more logos than any other team in the history of baseball.
It's
the
hard
White
to keep
Sox.
up with your White Sox, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we have had the same logo since '90s, so that's like the biggest deal. But
yeah, congrats. It's a good logo. You finally stuck with one.
Well, I mean, it
took you 120 years to find that one.
I mean, it's endeared by every hip hop artist and was the biggest selling hat of all time. So, hey, what can you do?
We've already done segments about your shit.
Anyway, the Cubs have the primary logo since '79, and they show this brilliant transition from the Cubs into the Cubs 150 logo, which if you looked at it quickly, the C, the 150s inside the C where the UBS would be with the Cubs. But if you look at it quickly, you might think it's the CISO logo.
Yeah, I didn't catch that when you first said that, but now that you say it, like, oh yeah, if that 5 was an S, it would definitely look like CISO.
Yeah, I don't know what that CISO? I don't know. I don't know what that means. Yeah, maybe it's Cubs in Spanish. I don't know, but
it is C150.
C150 that then morphs into like a mark with the Chicago Cubs in Chicago Cubs in white in a navy blue circle, and then 1876 to 2026 National League. So, and here's the explanation. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
National League. We commemorate our legacy as one of the 8 founding members of the National League. Well,
wait. What is the National League? This National League you refer to that has has the exact same rules as the American League?
Yeah.
I think that's kind of funny because I think the leagues, we've talked about expansion and realignment. I think the leagues might just go away. There's no difference anymore. So I guess it's to be celebrating your charter membership of the National League is something, but whatever.
Yeah. Double diamond. There is a double diamond between the 1876 and the 2026. The design features 2 interlocking baseball diamonds.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Referencing the tradition that a 75th anniversary is known as a diamond anniversary. The 2 diamonds together represent 150 years.
I think that's cool. I think it's a cool idea. Like I never would have thought of that. Like the diamond anniversary, put 2 of them together. That's 150. It's a baseball diamond. I think that makes sense. That's actually really more prominent in the second logo they made, which we'll get to eventually. But this is my problem with the whole idea. Why couldn't they just have one logo? You basically fucked up if you had to create 2 logos to do the concept. So whatever.
The type, or as we like to sometimes say, the font, inspired by the playing rules lettering from the 1876 National League Constitution.
Do you have yours handy there? I can go grab mine from the shelf over here. You've got that over there. Every baseball fan carries that in their back pocket, I think.
Yes.
What the fuck is that?
Echoing its classic serifs and period detailing to establish the Cubs' involvement in the baseball's earliest era.
Okay.
Boy.
That might be the worst of basically designers vomiting all over themselves with descriptions. I am a lifelong career designer. That's embarrassing to bring that up. No one gives a fuck about the rule book or the font that was used in 1876. Ridiculous.
And then they decide to, on this page, along with a picture of the Constitution, which looks barely held together, so must be authentic.
Oh, yeah.
Probably from I'm sure, the Baseball Hall of Fame. There's like a leather baseball pictured, which is kind of funny looking, the brown one, like the original baseball. And then William Hulbert and Albert Spalding, the original owners of what were then named the Chicago White Stockings before they changed into the Cubs.
Yeah, they were the founders of the Cubs, first owners, but they were also the founders of the National League. So I guess that there is a deeper reason to tie more into the National League, because both of those are completely intertwined. Congratulations. We just don't give a fuck about the font.
The gold outline from the 1941 to 56 era logos.
Can you define what gold is, or what an outline is?
The gold outline, around the C-150 or the CISO. Outline from the 1941-56 era to pay tribute to our richest heritage while connecting with our modern identity. And then there's a picture of the original logo from 51, 56, which is really just, it still embodies what the logo is today. It's just like the UBS is in a thinner font.
Yeah, it's just a little bit simpler version of it. But there's no gold in that. I mean, this...
No, but we are using the gold outline versus the blue outline that's in the original logo.
If they want to use gold, I think they just use gold. They don't need to explain why, especially when it doesn't even make sense in their explanation.
All right, we got some pinstripes. This is a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Pinstripes are a hallmark of our on-field identity. This logo honors their debut on our uniforms in the 1907 World Series and the first regular season appearance in 1908.
All right.
Yeah.
I had no idea. That's
I didn't know Ryan
cool.
Sandberg was on the 1908 team.
He's older than you think.
Jeez. Well, not anymore.
Ooh.
Uniform patch. So here's the second logo we're talking about, right?
Yeah, this is where I have a real bone to pick.
To celebrate on the field this season, a uniform patch will be worn on player jerseys. Okay, so
what was wrong with the first logo they made? Why isn't that just on the jersey? What the hell?
Yeah, so it's got the 1876 and the 2026 in what do they call that?
Banners?
Banners or
across the top and bottom.
Bunting sort of.
Bunting, yeah, maybe. Yeah.
But the double diamond is like the
main shape.
The main shape of the logo, and then you've got the C-150 in the center.
Honestly, that's a much simpler, more well-constructed logo. That should just be the fucking logo. I don't know why they needed the first one that has so many more elements, talking about the National League and years and everything else. I don't get it.
Anniversary merch available to purchase at Cubs.com.
Yeah, you didn't need to read that part.
Oh, sorry. Well, just in case anyone wants this.
Well, I think my thoughts are clear. I mean, you got to celebrate the 150th anniversary. I think it's such a cool, crazy milestone to think about how long baseball's been around. You don't need two fucking logos for it. I think it's ridiculous.
No, I don't think so either. And I totally agree with you. The simplicity, the not trying to force everything into like one element to complicate it. The simplicity of the patch is perfect.
Yeah, I mean, the first logo, we could talk about how many elements are in that. You've got the double diamond little accent at the bottom.
You got pinstripes. You got
1876.
You got this made up gold outline that really has nothing to do with.
The gold looks great. They went to like a navy instead of the royal blue. They've got navy with the red and then gold. It complements each other, but I don't know. It just seems silly to have the two logos. That's my sticking point. But yeah, I did not rush out to buy any Cubs 150 merchandise that you can get at Cubs.com or .shop or whatever it is. So
yes.
maybe I'll get a t-shirt, but That's all I've got for the Cubs. I'll mercifully let you not read anymore, deal with any of this bullshit, unless you have more thoughts about the logo.
That was it. I mean, that was the last thing to read on this awesome topic.
Post-game show is brought to you by Christ, I can't find it. The hell with it.
One guy poured beer all over my head. The guy said, how can you take that? I said, look, that man didn't do nothing. He poured some beer on my head. He's just showing he's a White Sox fan. There ain't nothing wrong with that.
Sparky, a million thanks for, as always, the most interesting interview. And now today, let's just have a lot of thrilling baseball and not so many fisticuffs.